So I think as we preach through Deuteronomy, at least for some of us, we start to hear the voice of legalism that many of us has hoped we would never hear again. Now, if you're not hearing that, good. That means maybe Hunzi and I are doing a decent job of preaching this. But it can be really easy to start thinking, oh my goodness, we're back into all those rules that I could never keep, and I'm starting to feel like I'm going to hell again, like I used to. Don't hear that. Because Deuteronomy 7 is here to say to you that you weren't ever good enough. God didn't save you because you're good enough. So you don't have to measure yourself by, am I good enough? He saves you because he loves you. He saves you by giving you the righteousness that belongs to Jesus. That's your rightness, is Jesus' rightness. And so it really helps us not to go back into legalism, not to assume, okay, if I'm so good, I'll finally be saved. That's not the condition of salvation. The condition of salvation is the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It's what he did, not what you did. And so, let me start to end this. I just want to remind you that if you're just struggling with your self-esteem, if you feel an insecurity, or you just have self-doubt, or, man, life has just punched you, it's gut punched you over and over again. You know, I'm trying to remember sometimes what it was like to be a teenager. We have so many teenagers, awesome teenagers. Well, you guys are awesome. And I think it's starting to fade in my memory a little bit. But I can remember so many insecurities and so much weirdness going on inside of me. If you got all that going on inside of you, here's the remedy. The antidote is just believe who God says you are. Don't listen to what, all the magazines or movies. Don't listen to what they say. Even what your social media, what they're saying you are. Be who God says you are. And God says you are his child. And that really is who we are. Accept yourself for who God says you are. If God says you are his beloved child, who are you to argue with him? Were you going to tell him I'm not? One of us is going to go say to God, hey, you said I'm your child. I don't really think I'm going to be your child. No, we're not in a position to argue with God. Accept what he says I am. God says in his word, David, you are my son. So if you're a man, stick your chest out, pull those shoulders back, and stand with some strength. I don't know how to tell a woman to stand, but do whatever is natural. But stand in strength. Be confident. Like fix your hair or whatever. Do something like that says, I know who I am. I am who God says I am. Matter of fact, you ought to just say that back. I didn't do this at first service. I did something stupid at first service. This is a lot smarter than what I did at first service. So I'm looking at you right now on the screen. Why don't you say that back to me? Say that what's back. Say back to me what is in orange right here. I just hear if you can say it. Can you say it? Say it back to me. I am who you say I am. I am who God says I am. Say it again. Look up. I am who you say I am. And I'm not going to argue with God about who he says I am. He said I'm his child. He said he adopted me. He said he saved me. He said he predestined me to be conformed to the likeness of his son. Who am I to argue with God?
Hey, I'm John.
And I'm Abby, and we are the hosts of Boulevard Online.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a big thumbs up by hitting the subscribe button right down below.
To watch the full message that this clip is from, you want to click right here. And if you want to watch some other videos, you can click right down here.
We'd love to see you again 10:20 every Sunday morning. We'll have great worship, fun stories, and a great message. We'd love to see you. Until then, be blessed.
And don't forget to be a blessing.